Hello, my student. How are you? I hope everything's okay. Today, inshallah, we will make two things. Number one, we will make a small revision to what we talked about of how to write an email. Number two, we will start our second unit about how what? How strange. Okay. Now, how to write an email. I told you that we have two forms of email. Number one, we have a formal email and informal email. That means formal, yes, me. Informal, right? Resmi. Okay, I know that when I see a prefix at the initial position of the word, that means it's changed the meaning. Formal, informal. The part of speech in this sentence, in this word, change? No, just the meaning. What's the meaning of formal or for whom I send a formal letter, email, public or official, written to a professor, colleagues, and boss? Okay, informal, suitable for normal situation, written for parents, for friends, for family. Okay, I when I send a message for my best friend, should I use grammatical rules and strict language? No, actually no. So that's why I should use informal email. Okay, how to form an email. Here I will talk to you about part of an email and capitalization, punctuation mark, and spacing and empty lines. Okay, part of an email. Subject, salutation, body, and closing. What we mean by subject? Subject that means it's like a short title that it tells the reader what is the email about. When I tell you, look at this example. Actually, an email that means it's a form already found in any laptop, computer, or what, or phone. So it's ready like this. There's no change in this form. Two, the one who I want to send it the message to him is subject that means the title. For example, the title here, how to write an email. Okay, another part. Here we have salutation. What we mean by salutation? That means التحية. Salutation, when you say hello for the recipient. What we mean by recipient? The one who I send the message to him. Salutation. Where is the salutation? Hey Nathan. Here I said to him, hey, hello, that etc. What I choose from my word. Body. That means it's the message itself, the thing that I want him to know. Look at the form. Here, that's one is the body of an email. Okay, the last thing. Here we have closing or conclusion. What we mean by conclusion? That means al-khatima. It is a word that means goodbye. Here we have bye. What is missing? Goodbye. Here. So, subject, salutation, body, and what conclusion. Look at capitalization. What we mean by capitalization? That means writing an capital letter. When should I put the nouns? Remember the nouns or the elements with capital letter. I have a subject. Number one, in the subject, first of all, I have first word, last word, the important word. What are these important words? First name, last word, okay? Important. When I have people like teacher, parents, boy, places like library, city, school, things like homework, book, etc. Actions, adjectives, and adverbs like always, very, now, not. Okay, now here. Articles, not important. Articles, the, an. Conjunctions that mean so, if, as, etc. Prepositions. Prepositions أحرف الجر. In and on, about, etc. Okay. I have another part of email. What is it? Salutation. We capitalize the first word and all nouns. Okay, first word. Look at these examples. Dear, it's a first word. Ihab, actually it's a name. Ihab. Manager. Manager is end with the suffix er. And er, it's a suffix for noun. So, first word and all nouns. Ihab, manager. Number B. Dear Professor Smith. Dear, it's a first word. Professor. Every word end with the suffix er. O-R. That means this word is a what? Is a noun. And it's related to what? To jobs. To describe our jobs. Like teacher, helper, player. Okay? Smith. Smith is a name. So, it's what? A noun. So, capital letter. Dear mom and dad. Look here. Dear is the first word. Mom. Dad. Noun. And it's what? Conjunction. Not necessary to write it in what? In a capital letter. Closing. We capitalize only the first word. Okay, look at this. Thank you. You, it's what? A second word. We just capitalized what? The first word. Best. Respectful. Okay. He. Punctuation marks. That means علامات الترقيم. Actually, in my formal email, I should use some of these punctuation marks. Like what? Like comma. Here, like this. Okay. When a subordinate the less important clause comes before the principal clause. Look, if you do not go. Principal, oh sorry. Okay, I will. If you do not go, help me. Okay, here I have a less important part of my sentence. Come before what? The things I want. Okay, so now I will use what? A comma. Full stop. When should I use a full stop? A full stop or a period, okay, is used at the end of the sentence. And the next sentence begins with what? With capital letter. Here, full stop, a capital letter, that means this sentence is end and the other sentence start. Okay, Ali felt tired. Full stop. Here, he went to bed. Number 2. And abbreviation ends in a full stop. When I wrote my name like this. Forget about. Here, I abbreviate. What we mean by abbreviation? الاختصار. اختصارات. ليش اختصارات? Because it's a noun. Okay, when I abbreviate the verb form, abbreviate my father's name, I put what? A full stop. Look at this. Mr. B.C. Okay, full stop. Colon. What we mean by colon? Colon, that means two full stop. Okay. The use of colon indicates that what follows is an explanation of what precedes it. Okay, look at this. They have some news about a story. Here I have colon. I said or I told you when I want to introduce some information. Now I want to tell you about what? This part. The story tells about what? John's father has arrived. Okay. Number 2, the second use for colon. It is also used to introduce a list. Okay, when I have many things I want to mention it. Okay, to travel you need the following items. Now I have something I want to mention it. Number one, passport, visa, and application. Here, colon, because I want to mention something, or list. Okay, semicolon. Semicolon, that means a period and comma. Okay, a semicolon is used to join two independent but related closer sentence. Independent, that means ما بيعتمدوا على بعض. Okay, she is good writer. Colon, she has published several books. Okay, this sentence, okay, independent, but actually it's what related to other. Why she is a good writer? Because maybe it's because she has what published several books. Number B, the second use for semicolon, it can also separate clauses of conjunctions. Like when I see however, for example, however, it should what preceded by what semicolon. Okay, like however, therefore. Okay. Number 5, we have quotations. What we mean by quotation? Quotation marks are used for material that is quoted or emphasized. When I want to have a words from another one who said it. Okay, like Ali said, not me who said this words. Ali said, I cannot finish my quiz. Okay. Here, exclamation mark, that means علامة التعجب. An exclamation mark is used to signal the expression of a strong emotion such as I can't wait. Here, I can't wait. I speak with full my emotions, okay? Help me. It's a what? It's a panic. Please help me. Okay. B, an exclamation mark is used to add and emphasize. Emphasize. Remember Cliff sentence where we thought that emphasize, that means التأكيد, to make focus on something. To the sentence, there is a fly in your soup. Like, full stop. Like, there is a fly in your soup. Okay, here I make it an exclamation. And question mark, we use it for what? And at the end of any direct question. Who is your teacher? Here I'm asking you a question, so it's a direct question. So it's end with question mark, spacing and in-between line. Actually, I should put in-between line or spacing. Afterward, after the salutation. Yep, it's for informal. Here, this example is a informal email, okay? But actually, when I put the in-between, okay, or spaces, it should found in formal and informal, the same things. But here we have informal letter, informal email. Sorry. After what? After salutation. Number 1. Number 2, between paragraphs. The body. I have more than one things I want to tell you. So I separate between us that when I will put what? A space, okay? Number 2, after and before he. Before and after what? The closing, okay? So after, before and after the closing. Okay, now what are the difference between formal and informal? I told you that we have formal and informal. The one who I send it, formal letter, not send it to what? To informal letter. The one who I send it to him, formal letter. Okay, grammar, punctuation, and spelling necessary, ضروري. Something obligatory, إلزامي. I should use it. In formal letter, grammar, spelling, and punctuation are not important, so I can't delete it. Formal email. Do not use contractions like when I remember when I told you that I can't abbreviate the modal verbs and helping verbs. Do, does, has, have, etc. Okay? Like what? Make it a negate. Don't, haven't, not, isn't. Do not use it, okay? Do not use it. But here, you can use this abbreviate word. Use formal vocabulary and what? And sentence structure. Do not use slang language. Slang language that means اللغة العامية. Like when I speak with my friend, okay, I use not full grammatical words. Here, do not use a formal vocabulary and sentence structure and what use a slang language. Okay, that's it about what how to write an email. Okay, I will give you homework about a formal and informal email, and I will send it to you today on WhatsApp. Okay, now move to our second unit. So please open your student book on page 14. On page 14, here we have how strange. How strange. What do we mean by how strange? Strange, that means something unusual, something I don't know it, okay? Something what? Unexpected. Okay. Did you open your student book on page 14? I will give you a minute to open it. Okay, now please open your student book on page. Open your student book on page 14. Now look at the first three questions here. Are there any mysterious places in your country? What we mean by mysterious and mysterious, which part of speech? Actually, mysterious is an adjective, and we mean by mysterious is something what unusual. Mysterious, something غريب. I don't know. Okay, there is anything unusual or abnormal in your country? Okay, send it to me. And if there is any comment, we can read it. But actually, we have it. Okay. Have you ever had an unusual experience? Tell the class about it. Like, for example, when the weather is so cold and the rain falls heavily, and suddenly you look to the window and see what? See shadows or ghosts. Like this. Tell us about it if you can, or send it to me. Number 3, do you think science can explain most unusual things? My opinion, I guess yes. There's anything in this world has an explanation, okay? That's my opinion. Send it to me, your opinion. Okay, reading. Move to reading. Number 1, do you believe in this creature? What we mean by creatures? Creatures that mean المخلوقات. This creature, maybe it's not found. In my opinion, I think it's not real. Not real things. It's an animated thing, not real. Remember and focus on unreal things. Take the ones you believe. Number 1, we have ghosts. What we mean by ghost? Look at the big and tell us what we mean by ghost. Ghost. What we mean by ghost? That means شبح أو الأشباح. Ghost, that means الأشباح. Do you believe in it? If you believe, please make it take here. Number 2, we have this picture. What we mean by aliens? Okay, what we mean by aliens? Aliens, that mean الكائنات الفضائية. Okay. If you believe in aliens that is found in real life, so make this sign. Okay. In my opinion, I never believe in this creature. Okay. Vampires. What we mean by vampires? Vampires, from the picture, I understand that means the one who drank the blood, the human blood. So that means where he. مصاصو الدماء. Okay. Number 4, we have witches. Witches that mean what? From the pic here, that mean sahirat. And in my opinion, there is witches in real life. Okay, number 5, we have this. What we mean by this? It's unicorns. Unicorns that mean what? وحيد القرن. Okay, وحيد القرن who have this thing in his head. Okay, number 6, we have werewolves. What we mean by werewolves? المستدعي أو المستدعي. Because I have a plural, wolves with V-E-S. Okay, wolves. Here we have what? No, actually we have a big here, but it's messy. What we mean by fairies? What we mean by fairies? That mean الجني, الجنيات. But actually I haven't picked two fairies. Number 8, we have what? Mermaids. What we mean by mermaids? That mean الحوريات. It has the body of a woman and what? And the tail of what? Of the fish. Number 8. That's it. Okay. Number 2. Do you think some of these creatures in one are more likely to exist than other? Which one? Actually, I said, in my opinion, I think we can find switches and witches. But if you have another opinion, please also send it to me. Now, let's move to our paragraph. Focus on me, with me, and what? And keep with us. A mysterious house. Okay, I will read the whole paragraph, then we will focus on this. Number 2, like this, okay? Here, to make it more, okay, that's number 1. To make it so clear to you, I will read. A mysterious house. In 1884, heartbroken Sarah Winchester left her home in Connecticut, okay, on the east coast of the USA, as well as the graves of her husband and only child, and graves of her husband and only child, and traveled across the country to California, where a strange obsession awaited her. Did she know that it would last for her rest of her life? When her husband passed away, Sarah inherited a Winchester gun and rifles company, which had made the Winchester family very wealthy. After the death of her child and husband, Sarah fell into a deep depression and decided to consult a medium. According to some sources, the medium explained that her family began haunted by the ghosts of American soldiers and others killed by Winchester rifles. Supposedly, the death of her daughter and husband has been caused by this spirit, and Sarah Winchester might be the next victim. The medium that said that to keep the ghosts happy, Sarah had to build a huge house for them. As long as she never stopped building the house, her life would not be in danger. Sarah left Connecticut for California. There in 1884, she bought a small unfinished farmhouse, and over the next 38 years, she employed builders around the clock to add on room after room and story after story. The buildings were never stopped, not even for weekends or holidays, and it produced the house known today as a Winchester Mystery House. It originally had 7 floors, but after an earthquake In 1906, it was reduced to 4. Here. Apart from the house's strange architecturally features include staircase and what? Staircase that leads up to the ceiling. Staircase. Case. Okay. Staircase that leads up to the ceiling. Doors that open onto the wall. And secret passages that run between rooms and behind walls. It was also unusual large. At the time of Sarah Winchester's death, it had 160 rooms, 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, and 47 staircases and 13 bathrooms. Sarah Winchester had strange habits too. Apparently, she never slept in the same bedroom 2 nights in a row because she wanted to confuse any evil spirit that were waiting for her. She also used to visit the blue room at the center of the house every night to communicate with a good spirit. She would ring a bell at midnight to call them, and again at 2 a.m. when it was time for them to leave. She would wear one of 30 special colored robes and ask them for guidance, guidance on her construction plans. A year after Sarah's death, the house was opened to the public. Since then, many people have described strange experiences there. Neighbors, neighbors claimed to hear bell ring at midnight and at 2 a.m. A caretaker heard the sound of a crew slowly turning, then hitting the floor. He looked everywhere but found nothing. Tour guides have reported seeing a ghostly workman with a dark mustache in the basement of house. Is the house truly haunted? No one can say with any certainty, but it is fascinating story, and the Winchester Mystery House is still open for visitors who want to find out for themselves. Okay, back here, and I will start explanation. Okay, in 1884, heartbroken. That means this one is so bad because something. What is make Sarah Winchester? Here I have the name. Start with capital letters, Sarah and Winchester. Why she is so sad? Because she left. That means she leave her home. She leave her home in Connecticut. It's a place. It's a name for a place on the east. Okay, remember it's east, not east. East الشرقي. Okay, coast. What do you mean by coast? Actually, it's a what? It's the land next to the sea. Land next to the. Oh, okay. I can't read here. Right here. Sea. Okay, a land next to the sea. Okay, of the USA as well as the graves. Graves that mean it's a noun. Actually, it's a noun. Graves. Graves. Okay, graves. What we mean by graves? It's a place in the ground where a dead body is what is buried. Okay, of her husband and only child. So her husband and her child is what is a dead. Actually did. And traveled. That's number 3. She left her house, her home. Number 2, her husband and child dead. Number 3, and travel across the country of California where a strange obsession. Opposition. What we mean by obsession? Obsession. What we mean by obsession? Actually, that means someone or something that you think about it a lot. Okay? Awaited here. Awaited here. Did you know that it would last for the rest of her life? It here referred to what? To this obsession. Okay? Opposition. Sorry. And here we will stop here and continue to in the next day. Thanks a lot, and I hope everything's so clear.